So let's go ahead and make our component flexible and dynamic by passing some attributes. But before we do that, I stopped my local server, I closed my git bash. So now I want to open my git bash, and I'm gonna navigate to my folder, which is in C, XAMPP, htdocs, and then first app. You should navigate to wherever your React app is installed, and then here I'll just type in npm start. This should start my server and it should open my browser. Just taking a while here. Okay, there it is. And now we should see on the screen hello world, and it should say my name is Victor. So we see hello world, my name is Victor, I'm 4 years old. And whenever we refresh the page, the age is changing too because of the random function we used in the previous lecture. And then open your editor in our app.js. This is the main file as we said before, and then we have our person here, person.js file. This is the file where is our component, person component. So we used here ES6. Now we did something with attributes in the second lecture, but in the second lecture we didn't use ES6. So I'll show you how to do that using ES6 in this example. To do that, we should add some parameters, attributes. So I'll add name here, which is Victor, and the age, I'll put 24. Save the file, go back to your person.js file, and let's replace. No, first before we replace, here we should add a parameter. It's very important. So the parameter is props. Now this is just the object name. The name is up to you, but you will receive an argument in your function which is passed by default by React, which is an object with all the properties of this component. And the properties means all the attributes you add to your component from your app.js file. So we have props here. You can, as I said, you can change this name. I'm just gonna use props because I would recommend you to use props too, because if there is somebody who will take over or who will continue the development of your app, and having props here is gonna be easier for them to understand that you are passing props here and there's nothing else or something different. So I'll just replace my name Victor there with props. Let's say props.name. This is the attribute from the app.js file, and then here I will replace this random function with props.age. Okay, I'll save it, go back, check it, and we see my name is Victor, I'm 24 years old. So now we created a component with dynamic content. We can also call this component one more time. Let's put it below, and we can have a different name here. Let's say Joel, who is 20 years old. Let's save it, go back. This is gonna refresh by itself, and we have my name is Victor, I'm 24, and then my name is Joe, I'm 20 years old. Okay, that's it with attributes. Now I also want to output whatever is between the opening and closing tags of our component. And there is a special prop we can access. So I'm saying that we also can call this component here, but in this way. So we have our parameters, and we close our person. We close the tag here, and between the opening tag, this is the opening tag, okay, and this is the closing tag, and between them we can add, let's say, position, or let's say job here, job, and say web developer. If I save it right now like this and go back and check it, we see it doesn't change. I didn't change anything. It shows just my name is Victor, I'm 24 years old. In order to access this, as I said, there is a special prop we can access. So let's go back to our person.js and let's add here another line, and in this line we will use props dot, and we will have here the special prop which is children. Okay, I'm gonna save it, go back and check it, and we see we have my name is Victor, I'm 24 years old, and then below we have the job which is web developer. On the second one it doesn't show for the second one because we didn't pass anything here. We have just the name and age. But if we would have here, for example, let's close person, and let's add here job, let's say front-end developer. Save it, go back and check it. We can see that it outputs the job which is front-end developer. Hey guys, before we go to the next lecture, I just want to tell you about an issue I found on Windows. This may not happen to your computer, but it happened to mine. And the issue is the following. Whenever I'm done with my work and I want to close my git bash, I want to stop my server, you know, like usually I press Ctrl C here, and then I type in exit, and it closes my git bash. But the thing here is that the server is still running in the background. And let's say I want to continue working on my project on the same app I was working before, and I didn't restart my computer, and I just open up again git bash, and I navigate to my folder and I type in there npm start, because I didn't know that my server was running in the background. So here is the issue, because I type in there in npm start, and then I start working using my editor, and whenever I make changes in the files and I save them, they don't get compiled correctly, and I start seeing errors in the browser, and I don't understand what's going on. I mean, first time when it happened to me, I didn't know what's going on until I figured out that there is a problem. The problem is that server doesn't stop whenever I close my git bash. So in order to stop your server, just go to your task manager on Windows, and here at the processes tab, you should see your Node.js server-side JavaScript. There are two right now, but if you stop the first one, if you end the first one, it usually disappears and it stops your server. So that's it, guys. Thank you very much, and see you in the next lecture.